What's up guys? So recently I stumbled across miniature model making on TikTok, and the miniature fire hydrant that he made got the gears in my head turning about how I could incorporate something like that into a fingerboard obstacle. So I went ahead and started sketching out what I wanted to make. For this obstacle, I had more of a plan than usual because I'm going to be using clay, and it would be best to make all the pieces that I need all at once. I want to make a sidewalk and a curb with a ramp or a kicker on one side and a ledge in the back. The fire hydrant will go on the sidewalk. For the sidewalk, curb, and ledge, I flattened the clay out with my hands and then used a wooden sign that I had to make sure that the clay was as even as possible. From there, I used a ruler to cut the shape and a razor to clean up the edges. I'm sure that there's a better way to cut the clay, but this method worked pretty well for me. The clay is air dry, so once I had the pieces cut out, I just left it to dry. While the clay was drying, I got to work on the fire hydrant. I didn't have all the materials that miniature model making did, so I couldn't follow his TikTok exactly, but I did use it as a reference for my fire hydrant. I made the fire hydrant out of a manila envelope, hot glue, and a little bit of clay. I have never really made any miniature models or anything with a lot of small detail before this, but I think the fire hydrant turned out pretty well. All it needs is some paint to really bring it to life. By now the clay was dry, so I painted that too. After I had the base coats done, for each piece I went back in with a slightly darker color and did a kind of dry brushing type thing to make everything look a little more natural. I had been putting off making the kicker for the side of the sidewalk because I didn't want to deal with figuring out how I was going to make the incline even, but now that's the only thing left to do. I ended up just forming the incline using the ruler and then cutting the sidewalk section and curb from the same piece. I repeated the same painting process that I did for the other sections. Everything was looking a little bit flat, so I got this paint gloss thing and put that on the fire hydrant and the curbs. For some final touches, I added some fun art and the sign to the ledge. Now all that's left to do is gluing it together. And boom, we have our finished product. I feel like this has become a trend with everything that I make, but I definitely should have sanded some of the edges before finishing the project. So maybe I'll actually go out and get some real sandpaper for the next thing that I make. If I were to make this again, I would probably make everything a little bit bigger because it does feel just a little bit cramped. Nonetheless, this is probably the coolest thing that I've made so far, so let me know what you think about it in the comments or what you think I should make next. And don't forget to subscribe to see my videos as soon as I upload them. Thanks for watching, and enjoy these clips that I got on the obstacle.